What did we learn about today?
Carbohydrates.
Whoa. Samantha, what did we learn about today?
Carbohydrate, glucose.
Okay, carbohydrate what?
Glucose.
Okay, all right. So we learned about carbohydrates, but learned about glucose. Okay, so let's talk about Annabelle, what did you learn about carbohydrates today?
Like about the specific carbohydrates.
Yeah, just in general, what did you learn about carbohydrates?
That glucose is a carbohydrate.
Okay, glucose is an example of a carbohydrate. Okay, glucose is an example. Okay. Yes. All right. But what else did you learn about carbohydrates, Annabelle? What are they?
Like the different types of carbohydrates?
No, just in general, what are they? What is a carbohydrate? Adam, what's a carbohydrate?
Oh, sugar molecules?
Very good. There we go. They're sugar molecules. Very good. Okay, they're sugar molecules. Adam, like all sugar molecules, okay, what are they made out of? Or like all molecules, okay, these are called sugar molecules. Okay, like all molecules, what are carbohydrates made of then? If they're molecules, what are they made out of?
Amino acids.
No. Did you do your work,
Atoms.
Adam, did you hear that?
No.
No? Okay, who said that?
Samantha.
Emily, who said that one?
Samantha.
Samantha. So what, okay, tell Adam what carbohydrates are made out of.
Atoms.
Atoms, very good. See, Adam, it's in your name, bro. Okay, so Adam, what are these molecules made out of? What are these carbohydrates molecules made out of?
Atoms.
Atoms, very good. Which ones?
Glucose.
No, that's not an atom, bro.
Oh, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen.
Okay, whoa. Say that again.
Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen.
So carbohydrates have nitrogen?
Oh, no.
You sure?
Yes.
So yes, they do, or yes, they don't?
Yes, they don't.
Yes, they don't?
Yeah.
Very good. They don't. Okay, they don't have nitrogen. That's number one. Okay, good. So carbohydrates have these atoms. Okay, so a carbohydrate is a molecule that is made up of these atoms. What do we learn about these atoms? Let's go with Ashley.
They're sugar molecules.
Yes, I know. We already said that. Carbohydrates are sugar molecules. These molecules are made out of these atoms, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. But what do we learn about these atoms when in respect to carbohydrates? Okay, let me ask you another question. So Ashley, carbohydrate or not?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Because they don't have oxygen.
Huh?
Because they don't have oxygen
God, what else?
and nitrogen.
What happened?
And those have nitrogen.
Very good. Carbohydrate, yes or no, Ashley?
No.
What is it?
No.
Okay, Adam, what's the name of this molecule?
Carbon dioxide.
Very good. What's the formula?
CO2.
Dude, you're learning something. I like it. Keanu, carbohydrate, yes or no?
Yes.
It is a carbohydrate? Okay, so here we go. So my boy Keanu is saying that this is a carbohydrate. So, yes. Now, do you guys agree?
No.
No.
Yes or no? Okay, carb. Yes or no? Okay, so Kiana, why do you guys, Kiana, why do you say yes?
Because because it has the hydrogen, carbon, and it has the hydrogen, the carbon, and the what was the other one?
So
And the
because it has these three
oxygen.
atoms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. All right, so that's what carbohydrates need to have, those atoms. So if that was all that was in term, if those were all the guidelines for a carbohydrate, then you would be correct. But you missed something here. What did you miss? Emily, explain to me
ring.
why it's not a carbohydrate.
Because it doesn't have the ring structure.
Good, it doesn't have a ring. Good, so there's no ring. Okay, good. That's a reason why it's not a carbohydrate. Very good. Okay. What's another reason though? Let's go with Samantha. What's another reason? Actually, no, Fuentes, Joshua, tell me.
It doesn't have the ratio.
The ratio, very good. What's the ratio? Explain to me the ratio.
One carbon for like every 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So 1 to
So,
1 to 2 to 1.
okay, so if this was a carbohydrate, because it has 1 carbon, it should only have how many oxygens?
1,
1, but this one has how many?
3.
It has 3. 1, 2, 3, right? So, and then how many hydrogens does it have?
Is 2.
It has 2, so it doesn't fit the ratio. Remember, carbohydrates need to have, okay, that 1, 2, 2, 1. Got it? Ratio. So make sure you guys understand that concept. Okay, so let's go back to our notes. So carbohydrates are sugar molecules. Okay, they have these atoms in what ratio? 1, 2, 1. And then what else? What else, Emily, do they need to have?
The ring.
The ring. Very good. Exactly. They need to have a ring structure, right? So when we're looking at molecules, that's what you need to identify. Now, here's my next question. All right. Can amino acids be carbohydrates? Okay. What do you guys think the answer is? Type it in the chat. Yes or no? Can amino acids be carbohydrates? Yes or no? And in the chat, make sure you tell me your explanation. Go ahead. You got 30 seconds. So can amino acids be carbohydrates? Can amino acids be carbohydrates? What do you got, Joshua?
Said no.
Okay. Adam, what do you think?
No.
Why not?
It doesn't have the ring.
Huh?
The ring, it doesn't have the ring.
There's some amino acids that have rings. Here, I'll give you some examples here. So let's see if I can. Let me see here. me see. Here are some amino acids here, guys. Check it out. Okay, so here's some amino acids. Now, let me show you one that has a ring. Hold on. Here's one amino acid that has a ring. If you guys were in class with me, I would have you build this. So this is an amino acid that has a ring. So some amino acids have rings. Why? What's the real reason why amino acids can never be carbohydrates?
It has nitrogen.
Very good. Okay, very good. Remember, amino acids always have what? NH2. Amino acids look like this. This is what amino acid looks like. It has this. It has the R group, and then it has this group over here. Emily, what's this called right there? That part, this part right here.
The amino group.
What's that part called of an amino acid?
Amino group.
Good. And what's this part called?
The carbo group.
Carboxyl. Say carboxyl.
Carboxyl.
Good. See? Carboxyl. Don't get it confused with carbohydrate, okay? Now, see that nitrogen there? All amino acids are going to have nitrogen. That's what makes them amino acids. So that's why, and what did we just say about carbohydrates? They only have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So keep that in mind. All right? Any questions on this? Questions, concerns? All right, so let's go with this one. All right, so carbohydrate, yes or no?
No.
Okay, who said no?
Annabella.
Annabella, why not?
Because it has nitrogen.
Very good, really easy, right? Now, is it an amino acid?
Yes.
Who said yes?
Adam.
Who did?
Adam.
Now, Adam, okay, amino acids, okay, you got to remember what they're missing. All amino acids need to have in it. Exactly like this. Do you see anywhere in the molecule where it has that part in it? Exactly like that.
No.
No, right? Like it has pieces of it. Like here, look at this. See, here's this. It has it, but then it doesn't have the rest of it. Right? It doesn't have the rest of it just like this. So for example, like let's say I would have connected this here. Like this. If this existed, then now it's an amino acid because it has this part right here, and then this would be this whole thing right here would be the R group. But that's not the case. So whenever you're looking at molecules and you're trying to figure out whether it's amino acid, you have to try to find this. 2 carbons. Okay, one of the carbons has this carboxyl group, and the other one has an amino group, okay, and a hydrogen, and then the rest, what I don't have here, that's the R group. Okay, how about this one? Carbohydrate, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, now, carbohydrate, yes or no?
Yes.
All right, so why is it a carbohydrate?
It has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen.
It has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, all right, so now let's talk about it.
It has the ring.
All right, so let's say, whoops. So we have carbon. So let's count the carbons. Ready? 1, doesn't look good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 carbons. How many, let's talk about the oxygens now. How many oxygens does it have?
6.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. So is there a 1-to-1?
Yes.
Right? There's the same amount of carbon to oxygen?
Yes.
Yes. And then finally, let's talk about hydrogen. How many hydrogens are there? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. There's one over here hiding. 4, 5, 6. There's another one hiding over here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there it is. It has 12 hydrogens. So if we divide everything by 6, what's 6 divided by 6?
1,
1. What's 12 divided by 6?
2,
What's 6 divided by 6?
1.
1.
1. So see how it's a carbohydrate? What's the name of this carbohydrate? What is the name of this carbohydrate?
Glucose.
Very good. This is glucose. Right? So now you guys should understand a little bit better how to tell molecules apart. Okay, you should be able to figure out what a carbohydrate looks like and what an amino acid looks like. Okay? Now I want to play you something from one of the flip grids. So here we go. Let me play it for you. There we go. Where are we? Let's go to, let's see here. I think it over here, here. There we go. And here we go. Now I want you guys to understand this part right here, because I kept on hearing you guys say this in your flip grid journals. Okay. So let's go to. So here's the flip grid. Okay, and I believe it was Joshua. Let me see. Where are you, Joshua?
Just scrolling down. I saw my thing right there with the night helmet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
Okay.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Amino acid is a molecule that makes proteins with.
Okay, notice. What did he say? Listen to what he said.
An amino acid is a molecule that makes proteins with 3 parts. Amino
Okay,
group,
so now-
R group.
That part right there, he has to correct that. What did he say, Emily?
That amino acids is a molecule, but it makes molecules.
Okay, good. Amino acids do not make protein. It's like saying, so let me write this down so you guys have it in here, right? So he said amino acids make proteins. Okay? Basically, it's like saying a brick makes a house. Is that right?
No.
Do bricks make houses? Yes or no?
No.
No. A person uses bricks to build a house. So it's the same concept. Amino acids are used to build a protein. There's something inside the cell that puts the amino acids together to make the protein. You understand that, Joshua?
Yeah.
So you're not wrong in the relationship. Yeah, I mean, you need amino acids to make proteins, but it's not the amino acids that make the proteins, just like it's not a brick that builds the house. A person builds a house. A ribosome uses amino acids to build a protein. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So make sure you guys get this stuff fixed, all right, in your flip grids. Make sure it's reflected in your flip grids. So with that said, I want to go ahead and good job. Okay, I want to go ahead and go to your assignments. Go to your assignments now. Go to 602. Mark it as done.